Well, good evening, YouTubers, fellow reloaders. Reloading Bench back with you once again. And this is what I'm going to call an unboxing rant follow-up. I actually ordered this a number of weeks ago. And the rant, because I made a video of it, I was so irritated, ticked off, disappointed, because I ordered this from our folks at, I don't know if you can see that, and when you see what's in here, and you can obviously tell this is packed because, you know, very little movement. You can tell what's in it is shaking, but in terms of movement in and around the box, I'm assuming there is none based on how solid this feels. And the reason bags are completely appropriate for certain things, especially lightweight things, thin things, small things. You know, a great example, Dylan, a couple years ago when I bought 3 springs, charged me just under $10 and sent them in, you know, a bag. And that's the perfect way to send something. By the same token, I've had the Rainforest send me the smallest item, you know, a 2032 battery in a box. You know, just silly, but, you know, maybe because of their volumes. So here we have something from our friends at Midway. And it's heavy and clunky, and I know exactly what it is. And I'm pissed off, because this stuff should not have been sent. Oh, look. Oh, wow, where are all my dies? I'll tell you where they are. They're bouncing around in the box. Fucking wrong. Fucking wrong. The shell plate. Oh, look. There's all my dies bouncing around in the bag. Should have been, gee, look, damage from the box being chewed up by the metal, bouncing around. I don't know if you can see that, the red hairs, or the red plastic, rather. Same thing. Oh, wow, look at all that. So irritating. So irritating. And, by the way, oh, look, damage to the dies. And that's fucking irritating. To get broken shit. What just fell there? Again, look at that. Everything's chewed up. Everything's... For this follow-up video is because the first package arrived in a bag, you know, the plastic shipping bags. And considering what this was, and again, I did an unbagging video, but I was so irritated that it was better that I didn't publish it. It just, yeah, I was pretty irritated. That I just couldn't believe they would send that thing in a bag because of what happened to the thing in the bag. Because the bag just gets tossed around, and that particular item is probably not the best item to send in a bag. You know, it's not a lightweight item, you know, thin nothingness that makes sense to send in a bag, like some 2032 batteries, you know, that are size of a quarter, and you order a sheet of those or a couple of those that weigh next to nothing. This doesn't weigh next to nothing. So I called our folks same day after I made my video, and I'll show pictures, or maybe I'll cut some clips from that video just to show you how disappointed I was in the shape and condition of the things that were in there. So I called our folks here and I said, yeah, I just received these and they're damaged because you guys sent it in a bag. And they're like, oh wow, that shouldn't have happened. So they're like, yeah, just send it back and we'll send you a replacement. I'm like, no. because when you send stuff back to this company, when you do a return to this company, they automatically deduct the shipping charges from your refund. And I said, no, I want you guys to send me a prepaid label, email me a label, and I want the replacement I'm requesting, who knows what you'll get, that you guys send it in a box instead of a bag. Otherwise, we're going to be doing this again, and the cost of these items are just, it's all on you. You're losing money. So these are not expensive. This item is not expensive. It's not free either, because in the world of these, there are many different options and choices. I happen to be a fan, as you all know, and I was right. So this is the way it should have come. Oh, wow, look. It's absolutely pristine. Absolutely pristine. Nothing is, wow, even the plastic. Nothing is scratched. Nothing's damaged. Nothing's jumping around the bag. So, again, as you see, when I probably intermingle pictures of the previous experience, I had ordered these because these are a surprise for someone in the family who doesn't know about it yet. So I'm preparing for end of year, if you catch my drift. And the dies, it's a 4-die set, came, the bag, you could hear everything jingling around. So you knew, okay, this stuff jingling around each other shouldn't jingle around each other. So they were, the threads, and so this is dusty. I'll call this manufacturing dust, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, that's all dust. So, when you look at the condition, yeah, a lot of dust. Ooh. When you look at the condition of the pictures that I'm probably going to be showing right about now, because when the dies were in the bag, and the aluminum was bouncing off each other, kind of basically dry tumbling, effectively dry tumbling, and just banging against each other and getting thread damage. So there was thread damage. A lot of the red plastic was chewed up. All around the red plastic, the case, everything was, in pieces, literally, because it had separated during transport. And when you start with, what is it, SurePost. So UPS, you start with UPS, and then you end with the post office. So you've got all these different carriers touching the stuff. And they came pretty damaged. And I was disappointed. I'm like, for ordering brand new, and again, these things aren't ridiculously expensive as compared to other brands. But, in fact, I'm getting so frustrated with my decapping and my Dillon press. Very, very frustrating. Primers that don't fully decap. So I'm ready to toss in the towel with the RCBS resizing and decap die and just go Dillon. A set of Dillon dies are $125 for the equivalent of this, plus tax, plus shipping. So let's just call it $150. This was, I think, $50 shipped. So again, these aren't expensive. They're not free, but I wouldn't have expected something to have been so chewed up. And again, you'll see the pictures, and maybe I'll show some of the video because, I shot the camera into the bag, and you could just see all of these dies clanking against each other. But this is kind of what I would have expected for something. I wouldn't call this heavy, but I wouldn't call it bag worthy. And if you're going to ship it in a bag, how about taping this case? Put tape around here and here. The clear cellophane tape, at least to keep it together. So maybe if there was damage, it'd been the plastic box, because, realistically, who cares about the plastic box, as opposed to the condition of the dies. once you, getting old, once you open the plastic box. And again, you can see stuff moves around in shipping, and the stuff that I got was just so disappointing. I mean, the anodizing on the aluminum was just chewed up. I will shoot that out with air because it looks like just from rotating around and moving around in here, you get some chewing of plastic. But it was just so disappointing to see the condition of brand new set of dies. Again, I didn't pay a lot for them, but the fact was, hey, let me damage them, let me wear them out over time, let me scratch them up. Kind of like the new car. Oh yeah, it's a new car, but it's dented. Well, I don't want a new car that's dented. I don't care how much the car costs. I don't want it if it's dented. That's not my concern. That if I buy new and it comes dented, well, why should I have to pay for that? So we have a 4-die set, and I like this because this particular 4-die set versus their older pace setter 3-die set comes with the crimp. So between seating and what looks to be crimp, and then obviously powder and decap resize, it's a nice complete set. Whereas, when I used to buy all of my older Lee dies, you didn't get the crimp die. You got your seating, you got your powder die, and you got your resizing cap and decapping, and then you had to buy your crimp separately, which is no big deal, but it's nice when it comes in one complete set. So you have your 4-die set, and everything is good, because the difference in price between the 4-die set and the 3-die set is negligible, and at times, depending on where you're getting it, might actually be better from one vendor versus another. And now I must have loosened things so good. There we go. That we are done. Again, this is a follow-up rant, and I'm not ranting so much. I'm just expressing my disappointment in what was sent first. Just, common sense, please. But I thought what was also interesting in terms of the return process. Again, when I said I'm not going to, go online and click return because you're going to immediately debit my credit card for the cost, or my refund for the cost of the dies. He said the process was, all right, once you send the dies back, we'll send you out new dies. And I thought, really? You guys can't start the process now and they pass each other in the Nope, that's the process. I'm like, okay, so I just want to make sure I understand that you sent me dies that were in a bag that got all damaged and dangled up, and I had to wait for that. I had to wait a week for that. Now I have to send these back, which will cost a week. And then once you get them in process and then get the new ones out, there's another week. So I'm 2+ weeks out of hand, which he didn't know I didn't need it. But again, still the point being, what's up with customer service? I mean, you've got my credit card number, so, just put a hold on that amount if I don't send back the dies. But I don't know. This company isn't what it used to be. So, don't know what to say. But I'm grateful that they sent these back in a box. And had they done that the first time, it would have saved them some money, because the return and the resend in terms of shipping were all on them. So, lessons learned. Take care, guys. Later.